And welcome back to my channel. I am about to show you guys how I achieved the nails that I showed in the beginning of the video. First things first, I just have a base coat, a peel-off base coat that I'm trying. Hopefully it works, fingers crossed. And then these are going to be the extra long nail tips that I'm using. These are the like extended square, and it has like that really nice C curve to them. So I'm using these today, and if I'm able to find these on, if I'm able to find a link for these, I will definitely include them in the description box below. So I'm just going to first size. Let me wipe off the shine. First going to size the nail. I think that might be a little bit too big. Let's try a number 2. Oh yeah, I think the 2 is going to be perfect. So just from sidewall to sidewall, if you can see, this looks like a good one. And today I think I'm going to be using my Beetles gel glue to cure the nail to my nail. And so as usual, I have my gooseneck lamp with the clamp. I'm just gonna attach that to my desk. This is what I like to use to cure my gel extensions to my nail bed. Makes it a lot easier than using like my little lamp where you have to actually put your finger inside of it. And then I'm also going to be using my Beetles nail glue. And I'm gonna go ahead and paint that on the inside of the nail extension and then cure that in the lamp.
I just remember at some point when I was in the mountain splashing around with this little bit of movie, and I could feel like the silver pulling across my skin, and I would get goosebumps, and I was like that's where a wild woman was born. And I felt like it was kind of the gateway to...
I'm watching the Pamela Anderson documentary on Netflix, and I just recently finished the Perfect Match, like the newer episodes that they had available. Y'all, I seen it coming. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But if you guys are all caught up, let me know. It's crazy. But also the Pamela Anderson documentary is like super crazy as well. So yeah. I didn't even know she was Canadian. But I'm just flash curing the nail to make sure it's secure, and we got everything that we need on there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut my little gooseneck lamp off and put that to the side. And then I'm just gonna go and like do a full cure on this nail for about 60 seconds. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with my 80-150 file, and I'm just going to really sharpen these edges up real clean. Make sure that I don't have any like warping on this side, because sometimes these nails can, you know, not necessarily all be perfectly the same. So I'm just gonna really clean up these sides, make sure I don't have nail just sitting on top of skin. And it doesn't take much, so just really cleaning it up. And then I'm just going to make sure that the edge is sharp. So what I like to do is just hold the nail secure, and then I'll just buff straight back and forth over the top so that we have a nice clean edge to the nail. Like that. And then I'm going to go in with my little trusty nail buffer that I got on Amazon as well and just buff the entire surface of the nail.
Everything latest is 2 minutes away. With traffic. $5 for a box. Can't do it for myself in 20 minutes. Scandinavian blonde. Here I come. Except for the blonde hair, the boobs, and the plastic shoes. I'm real underneath it all.
I've never sat across from an
And then you want to also buff under the bottom in case you have like any pieces of nail that are just like hanging on. You just really want to soften everything up for yourself. So make sure everything's buffed because we want to make sure that the gel sticks to the nail surface. And this is what you should be looking like. And then of course I'm going to go in with some alcohol and remove all of the dust from the nail. And of course I'm going to go in with my trusty Model 1's base gel. And I'm going to apply a thin layer to the nail and cure it for 60 seconds. What I've learned is that this one is to be cured for 60, but some of the other ones I've used only need to be cured for 30. I would just make sure that you read the instructions for whatever base coat you decide to get and just kind of follow that. I really need a new lamp. I've had this Model 1's for like years now. I had another one before it, but that thing went to crap. I mostly just want one that has like a reflective bottom, because I always cure the top of my nails and then I cure the bottom, because this is literally just like nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to go in with the Beetles gel polish, once again one of my tried and trues, in B072. And this is like the perfect nudie pink. I have it on the rest of my nails right now. It is so gorgeous and it looks good on all skin tones. So you guys see.
They always tried to get me to come and audition in Marina Del Rey, which sounded very exotic and far away. I was like, that sounds really far.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a coat of that.
I'm talking.
Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Alright, so then this is with the second coat of the base pink. And then I'm going to go in with my gold detail polish. And I'm going to go ahead and take that and do the outline of the edge of the nail. So it's gonna go like this, and you just want to do an outline around the edge only, like that.
January 8th, 1990. I miss Maria Van. I just want to be looking at one person. Sorry. Yes.
Do the top edge.
Scott's dad. He was really mad because I would drive Scott's Mercedes.
Boom. Alright, so if you can see, the edges are all gold. I do one coat. We're not gonna make this hard on ourselves. One coat, that's it. Cure it, and then we move on to the next step. And that's when this is going to be the stone adhesive that I love to use. Honestly, they don't want to budge when you use this, I'm telling you. This is the stone adhesive to use. This or the Macart one. Both of them are really, really good. And I've even used the Beetles gel glue to cure on stones, and they stayed put pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically start kind of creating like a little map for where I'm applying all of these stones, and I'm going to just kind of start working the stones on how I would want to see them. Make that line a little bit thicker, like so.
He was such a sweetheart to me and so good to me.
Alright.
Where's Kelly?
And then I have this for my stones. So you have your little
I did Kelly on
soft edge to pick up stones, and then this to kind of move them around in place. And then my stones, I got these from a nail supply. These aren't like the regular AB kind of shininess like this, but I like the way that these look and they create dimension. So I'm gonna first go in with a longer stone, and then we're gonna start putting in our bigger stones, round or whatever, and we're just gonna kind of build off of that. So what I'll do first is just kind of start with something longer for the base, like this. And then what I'll do is start going in with my, maybe one more of these. Boom. So they're pretty much in that glue. I just want to make sure that they're lined up the way that I would want. I'm gonna get some stones out of here, like a medium-sized stone, I would say. Make sure I can pick it up. And then what I'm gonna do is place it like right here, and then I'll do one on the opposite side as well. So like this, and you want to make sure that it's really in that glue. So I'm kind of like moving them around so that we have glue under all of them, like that. And then I would go in a little bit closer to the tip, and I'm gonna just start, I think I'll do another bigger one. I'm gonna do the biggest size that comes in this pack here, and I'm gonna place it right there. So now it's really kind of sitting in that glue. And then for down here, I'm gonna start clustering in smaller stones. Like that. Slide it up just a little bit. And I'm gonna add like a smaller stone right here at the base. Like that. So then what we're gonna do is just start to randomly place the stones in here, and then we're gonna start going in with smaller ones to fill in gaps. So like at the edge, of course, and we don't necessarily want this to be even because we're gonna start to maneuver these stones around, but we definitely want to fill this area in. That was the game plan, like, is to have a cluster of stones. So we're just going in and just like giving some random placement to these stones and just like filling this area in.
They're walking in. I was walking towards him. I looked at my girlfriend. I go, which one's Tommy? I didn't know they're all dressed in those blue.
Boom. And then I'm probably gonna go in with another bigger one just to kind of give it some more texture, like this. And we want to kind of push this one. We want to keep this in the center, but we're gonna start pushing stuff around. So get some more of these mid-size stones like that. And then we want to start adjusting these bigger ones because we want to keep them in the middle. So you're starting to kind of see what is going on. And then again, we want to go in with something with a fun shape. So I'm going to pick up another chunky stone because again, we want texture in this look. So let me move this one. And what we're going to do is probably give this one a little bit of edge and push it in between these stones. The biggest thing we want is texture. So I'm also gonna start to maneuver these stones a little bit like this. Honestly, you just want to play around with it until it's something that you like, right? So this is what we're doing. Moving the stones around like this. Boom, boom. And this is pretty much what we're looking like. And what I'm gonna do now is just try to clean off any of the glue that may be on the top of the stones, because you don't want that. You don't want that to cure onto the stones. Maybe take a napkin, because the thing is these aren't cured in place, and normally I'll try to cure them or flash cure them halfway through me doing the nail. But can you guys see? I'm gonna go ahead and cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in with my tried and true, once again, top coat, and I'm going to paint around the stones. The thing is, you don't want to ruin the clarity of the stones, but hit the edges of the stones to really seal them in. Plus, you know, you have that glue on there, so you don't want that bulge of glue just kind of sitting on that nail. That's why we're going to go in lastly and top coat, because this is what's going to bring everything together. You want to really make sure that all of that glitter is like encapsulated in that top coat as well. And try not to go in with anything too thick. You want to kind of do a nice light thin coat so that it doesn't get bulky and thick and you lose the shape of the nail. So we're just hitting all around the edges of these. So see this right here, you can see this like big stone right here. You want to make sure you really hit that on the edge with a good amount of top coat, because that right there will catch, and you don't want anything catching. And then we go right here around the cuticle. You want to really hit the base of that nail with this top coat. Make sure everything is perfectly sealed. And the edges, of course, because we have gold on those. So it's going to look something like this. And then we're going to go ahead and cure that nail. Another 60 seconds on the top and then another on the bottom. And then we're done. Alright, I'm going to go in with alcohol. And this is where you're going to be able to really get in there and clean off the top of your stones. You don't have to go too hard, but I mean, you're fine with aggressively wiping it because they're not going to go anywhere. And just make sure that you have no excess glue on top. Oh, look at how sparkly they are. Love that. Oh my god, we love that so much. Look at these. These look so good. I absolutely love this set. It's super easy to do, and if you just want like a really nice glamorous nail, like with some, you know, length, obviously, this is definitely a good one to go with. Yeah. Alright guys, this is going to be the finished product of all the nails. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you on the next one.